Hey, Jim Toscano here. Um, it's like 10 something on Thursday. Usually I'm not live streaming at this time of day, but I felt compelled to live stream this morning. And it's kind of funny because I was going to make a little video about the GoPro Hero 8 and the media mod attachment and do a little thing about, kind of what's going on with GoPros, since I have a lot of students that use them. And then I was on the road all day yesterday, so I didn't hear this yesterday. This morning, I look in my notifications, and Blackmagic Designs went live yesterday and did an update about their switchers. And so I've been thinking about all these things that I wish I could do with the Blackmagic stuff. And, I definitely endorse Blackmagic products. I think they're great. Their A10 Mini Pro is amazing. The A10 Mini Pro ISO, also an amazing piece of gear. Even the entry-level A10 Mini is great if you just need a simple switcher. But then some guys that I follow also made videos and we're talking about the new changes coming down the pipe from Blackmagic. So I will get to it now. So, and Dave Weckl, if you see this, well, I'll text you because your brain is going to explode today. But if you see this, you're going to want to wait for this to happen. So Blackmagic has just announced they did a live stream yesterday telling us about their updates. And so here's the news. For you guys that want more camera inputs and more things to do with your switcher, Blackmagic Designs has come out with the A10 Mini Extreme. 8 HDMI inputs on it. I don't have any graphics of this. You will go to Blackmagic Designs website and look at it, or go to their YouTube channel and see if the live that they did yesterday is in their archives. I also follow a gentleman named Aaron Parecki, who is like an A10 Mini, I would say, expert. And he talked about the wish list that he had for A10 Mini, and they actually met almost everything on his list. So just, I'm going to go through the list of things that I learned just this morning about the new A10 Mini Extreme. And A10 Mini Extreme and A10 Mini Extreme ISO, which to me is like amazing what they've done. Those of you guys that know me for like the tech side anyway, know that, this is stuff I'm going to be excited about just because they're making sort of groundbreaking changes, so it's pretty incredible. Let me just, hey, what's up, Diana? Oh, Lucia's in here. How you doing, Lucia? So I'm just talking about tech. So, how are you doing, Lucia? Good to see you. So if, I'm not going to have answers to the questions about this thing, that specifically, but I am going to give a rundown of the new Blackmagic A10 Mini Extreme. By the way, I'll be on a live stream with Sabian tomorrow. If you're a Sabian Education Network member, we're doing a tech thing tomorrow. So I think it's all filled up, but if you registered for that, I will be talking about this also tomorrow. Pat Ross, what's up? Happy Thursday. So here's what's going on. A10 Mini, Blackmagic Designs, A10 Mini Pro Extreme. So it now has 8 HDMI inputs on it. So you can have 8 sources. That means up to 8 cameras, 4 cameras and some computers. What? Like John Gill, what's up? Really bananas. And they put a headphone jack on the new switcher, which is something they didn't have before, with actually a volume control for the headphone feed. And I'm not sure if it's configurable, like as to which. I think you can choose which source feeds the headphones, whether which camera source feeds it, but don't quote me on that. That's something I need some clarification on. But it also now has 2 HDMI outputs. So one of the reasons that I still was, kind of switching between the Roland switcher and the A10 Mini Pro, really one of the only perks, is that the A10 Mini Pro didn't have 2 HDMI outs, so you couldn't simultaneously output multi-view and program view like on the Roland. So the Roland had 2 HDMI outputs. Well, A10 Blackmagic Designs is listening to everybody, and they put 2 HDMI outputs. Now you can choose, and this is configurable, which one is your multi-view and which one is your program view. So that's huge. 2 HDMI outputs. Or you can output, let's say, to your multi-view and then to a big screen if you're doing a presentation. You can send that over to a large TV for, your presentation room, that kind of thing. So it's pretty incredible. 2 HDMI outs. Finally, Blackmagic Designs, they've done it. Here it is. Awesome. So the next thing, and this one is gigantic, and this is something, again, like when I'm teaching somebody about the Blackmagic switchers, I'm always like, it has a USB out, but you can only do one or the other with it, which would be either using it as a webcam for, let's say, Zoom, or as a recorder. Well, they answered that concern. Now there are 2 USB-C connections on the back of this switcher. So now you can hook up your recorder. Let's say you have one of these. You can connect this to one of the ports on the switcher, one of the USB ports, and run the other one into your computer so you can still do your Zoom class or your Zoom feed or whatever you're doing with it, but turning it into a webcam. So you can use it as a webcam and simultaneously have a high definition recording going to the drive, which is gigantic, because what I was telling everybody before was, well, you'll just have to record in Zoom and then, use it as a webcam. Now you no longer have to record in Zoom if you want a nice high quality recording of your presentation. So you can record simultaneously. That's huge. And without using a streaming bridge, because before the streaming bridge was sort of the solution to that, you don't need the streaming bridge. So this is huge. So again, I'll be talking about all this on the SEN meeting tomorrow too. And then the media pool stays in the switcher. This is an update to the firmware anyway for the A10 Mini Pro and the A10 Mini Pro ISO. But they made it so that the media pool stays. You remember, it used to be you unplug the switcher, your media pool went away, and you had to kind of find it and reload it into all the spaces. So, and there's 2 media players. So you can have a lower third and a logo in the corner at the same time with the 2 media players both running. So that's pretty cool. And they added a second downstream keyer. So there's 2 downstream keyers. They added 6 macro buttons on the front of the unit, which are programmable buttons. You can make them do anything. That's really incredible. And you can also connect your phone as a hotspot for streaming, which, I'm on Ethernet. I'm never going to need that feature. But let's say you're out in the field, you're at a venue, and you need a hotspot to stream with. You could use your phone's hotspot connected to the switcher. And the other thing is, if it goes down and you do have Ethernet, it'll switch over to Ethernet, or vice versa. Let's say the Ethernet goes down, it'll go over to your phone's hotspot. So you'll be able to have a backup for your stream. So that's kind of cool. Martin Roser, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Do they make an HDMI Y adapter? No, there are splitters for HDMI, but I don't know that there's a Y adapter. Okay, so, and they added there's 4 upstream keyers now. So you can do patterns, you can do green screening with these different upstream keyers. The other cool thing about that, I'll get to in a minute, they added Super Source. So Super Source is something that's only available in the upper production switchers. And what that is now you can have 4 of your sources on the screen in a 4-shot simultaneously, like a TV 4-square shot. You can do it now. What? So you can have, let's say, you and a guest and, presentations from computers, or you and 3 guests, however you want to do that. And each one of those, you can use one of the upstream keyers for. So you could have people with different virtual backgrounds, different shapes. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. So that's totally insane. And what's even more insane is that the switcher, get this, you ready? $9.95 for the A10 Mini Pro Extreme, and $12.95, ready, for the A10 Mini Extreme ISO. So if you're still wanting that recording feed going to your hard drive, simultaneously recording all of your feeds, you can still have that for just another $300, which is totally nuts. I can't believe that they're able to price it at this price and give you all these crazy features. So anyway, $9.95 for the A10 Mini Extreme, $12.95 for the A10 Mini Extreme ISO. And by the way, on the ISO now, with the Extreme ISO, you get the ability to, you'll be recording 9 feeds simultaneously, which means all 8 of your video sources plus the program feed. Okay? That's bananas. So I wish I had my little video available. I have my head exploding. I made a video of that. Because it's just crazy. So, all these things I had going through my head about how I'm going to run 2 switchers, which I've been running basically my Roland switcher and my A10 Mini together. Well, no more of that necessary. I think they're doing pre-orders now. So Blackmagic Designs, go to their website, check it out, pre-order this baby if you're into it. And I wasn't doing this morning to, do a commercial for Blackmagic. I'm amazed and excited about the new gear coming down the pipe, and I will be changing over my entire switcher setup when it's available. So I just wanted to share that with you, and way more exciting news than what I was going to talk about with the GoPro Hero 8 Media Mod. Some of the things you have to know about. So I'm not even going to talk about that stuff. So there it is. Blackmagic Designs. Cool stuff happening. Thanks for popping by, those of you that did. Lucia, Pat Ross, John Gill, Martin Roser. Hope you're all doing well. As soon as I have the switcher in my hands, I will certainly be talking about it and teaching with it and using it. And just super excited. So I couldn't contain it. I had to go live and talk about it. I'm going to get, you're blinding me with science, Jim. Yes, it is tech. It is techie nerd, but it's actually a whole simple thing. Obviously, if you don't need more than 4 cameras, well, you're probably, it might be a little much. But if you're like me, and even if you need a 5th source, it might be just worth it to do the upgrade. So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to actually go make more coffee, go visit Cooper, and I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you all have a good day. And yeah, man, talk to you later. Oh, tomorrow, if you're SEN member, I'll see you tomorrow on the live stream. And if you're not, become a member. If you're a drum educator, Sabian Education Network. Joe Bergamini, the gatekeeper, might let you in if you're nice. All right. Be well, everybody. Talk to you later.